If you're thinking of buying Santa crates 2025 and would like to get some of the most powerful ships like for example the Kamikaze R, the Lenin, the Belfast, and several other very powerful premiums like the Musashi, the Benham, the Kronstadt, and even some of the newer ones that they have released in this year like. And as you can see, this is Santa's mega gift container and its contents. And if you look at the 1% area, which is very powerful, overpowered premiums, that's where they all stacked up. You can see there are the ships like La Pampa, Incheon, Monomut, Sibir, and also the Hildebrand, which released last year. And even some of the ships that are like the Cosma Minin, Suzuya, Cambridge. So all of these ships, they recently got released as well. And you can get through the Santa Mega Gift Container. But this is a big $1,000,000 question. Will you get any rare ship from the Santa containers if you open them this time? And well, the answer is going to be pretty simple, and that is absolutely no. Because if we take a look at the Santa's mega container, the chance of getting a rare ship or overpowered premiums that you all dream of is only 1%. So any of these ships, you can kind of assume it, or at least theoretically take it like this. If you open Santa mega gift container, 100 of them, you might only get one rare out of those containers, which is absolutely terrible chance. And even if you are thinking of buying Santa's Ultra Gift Container, where you can see, oh yes, I have 32% chance, I will have more rare ships now. No, that's not how it works. Because again, the chance only increased from 1% to 3%. So that is like, if you open 100 containers, well, there can be only 3% chance of a rare ship to drop. And that's only 3%. We do not consider the RNG factor, which obviously really sucks, because even though it looks like 3%, sometimes it can be 2.5, 2% or 1%. Again, RNG does come into play, and that's why this 3%, even though it looks higher, you still have a very low chance, especially, and that is very important, like very important content of this video, which I'm about to showcase you, that, well, if you have, I would say if you manage to get like tier 5 to tier 8 ship bracket, well, it's technically tier 7 because I think it's only like 2 or 3 tier 8 ships that are in this section. Well, you have to accumulate significant part of these ships that are listed in the Santa crates, which happens to give you the higher chance onto the tier 8 to tier 9 ship bracket, and ultimately this also going to have an increased chance just because you have accumulated all the tier 5 to tier 8 ship bracket, and that 20% chance on the Santa's Ultra Gift Container or 12% chance that you have for the tier 5 to tier 8 ship bracket, well, it's gonna get divided between these two tiers because this tier has completely filled up. You have all the rare ships, and that's why what Wargaming always does is they directly reduce your odds for this year's Santa crates. And how they do it? Well, they remove some of the ships. Like all the older ships that you might have accumulated over the past few years, like for example, I would say the Dunkirk, the Perth, the Molotov, Agincourt maybe from the Armory, like from the Armory Doubloon section, maybe the Sirocco. These are all the older premiums, and you can see they always, every single year, remove the older, I would say, ships and replace them with the newer premiums that have like released this year. Like for example, some of the stronger premiums, like for example the Hildebrand, the Taihang, and some of the lower tier bracket. As you can see, the Eskimo, it's a tier 8 Provorny. These are the tier 7s that will eventually get added into this bracket, this one, because well, those are tier 7s. So you can see that the Royal Sovereign and Archangelisk both are in this 12% chance section, or even for the Ultra you can also see you have 20% chance. So they basically get added. So that's how they reduce your odds, so that because you don't have those older premiums, what I meant by that if you don't have those newer premiums like these ones, right, you don't have these premiums, you might have these older premiums, but they have removed it. And now what happens that you have to get all these first, like the Jupiter 42, I mean Xingguangguo, this is also like recently released, and also some of these ships like, I mean, these are like recently released, the Royal Sovereign and Archangelisk. So you have to basically get them to reduce your odds to get from this ship bracket. You have to make sure that you just get rid of this altogether. And how you can able to do this, I will explain with full strategy. So if you're able to watch throughout till this time, if you manage to watch the video, great news, because now I will explain the strategy. I want to give you a problem and a solution of that problem, right? This is the problem currently, and I have exactly the solution that is going to be the cheapest as well. So watch this video till the end, and then you will exactly find out that secret sauce. And that's why your Santa drops gonna be suck a lot. They're gonna suck a lot. They're gonna be sucking up again this year if you buy even quite a lot of them. So that's why you should take a look at this strategy, because this will help a lot. It's a long-term strategy, by the way, and it requires some discipline and consistency. It's not like you're going to be spending huge amount of money. It's not. I will give you a smartest way to invest in this game and get for yourself these overpowered rare ships. So that is why you should subscribe, because I make daily UrAvgWarGamer videos, and I always try to come up with some strategies that's going to help you as an individual player to get all of these rare ships, or any guides, any events that come in this game. I just try to come up with a very nice, smart way to basically outmaneuver wargaming in a very special manner, which you deserve to get. So let's talk about it in detail. So how you can do that? Okay, so first thing first, in order to get the best value for your money, because that's why I'm posting this strategy, you make sure not to spend any money on these absolutely terrible in value wishing wharf. Like, for example, even if you're thinking of buying Yamato Kai's, do not do that. Don't try to get Sibir either from this the wishing wharf event, or if you always buy these Admiral packs that they have added for Sibir, or even the World Price. So we do get like Admiral packs, right, for every ship that they release nowadays, right? They're gonna be costing huge. It's costed you 40,000 doubloons if you have purchased it. And guess what? That same Sibir that costed you 40,000 doubloons in the Admiral pack, you can see here in the Santa crates, right? And you can get it. I will increase the odd for you guys. But you do not spend those 40,000 doubloons on Sibir, nor on the Cosmo Minion, nor on this recently released Cambridge. Rather save all of those doubloons and then look out for some opportunities to purchase these ones instead of these ones, right? The Sibir Admiral pack, it's not worth it in a long term. In a long term, this will be worth it to get all these lower tier garbage ships. Yes, they're going to be costing you money maybe in some way or form, but again, I will show you once more that the value will be significantly higher if you purchase these lower tier garbage ships that you really do not want to get, but you ultimately will get, because if you buy some Santa containers, chances are you will get them. But there is a very important thing. You should and must get them so that you reduce the chance of this altogether and divide that percentage into these ships, or I would say ship bracket. If you go into the naval community section, there are some containers that you can actually get entirely for free by simply playing the game and watching the streams. And again, this strategy is long term, it's not short term. Remember that you have to make sure that you reduce all those ships that you can potentially get from the Santa crates by buying these premium ship 5 or premium ship 7 container. And all you have to do is to basically get these community tokens. Again, I will make a very dedicated video how you can accumulate that. But you might be asking to me, wait, brother, I can't farm community tokens right now. I want to purchase Santa crates. And I get your point. Well, for those players who want to spend minimum, well, they have to wait till 2026 to get the highest chance of getting a rare ship. But if you cannot do that as of right now, which I'm sure most of the players will not be able to do this, but again, I'm showing you because the ships that contain in the Santa crates like Okhotnik and Krasny Krim, well, these ships does basically showed up here. And if you open all these tier 5 premium ship containers, you can eventually accumulate all the tier 5 ships so that you just remove them altogether from getting it in Santa crates. And that's why you can also do the similar thing with premium ship tier 7. The same thing. You get all the tier 7 ships that are listed in Santa crates through this container, and eventually you get rid of all the tier 5 and tier 7s like that. But what if you cannot? And that's where your luck runs out. If you cannot buy them, and if you are a very newer player or even a 1 or 2 year of player in this game, well, that's why Wargaming always removes some of the older premiums and add newer premiums exactly for that, so that you have to get tier 5 to tier 7 bracket chips all together before even have a slim chance of getting a rarer premium. And that's why you have to whale. I'm not joking when I'm saying this. You have to whale on a single year a ton of doubloons for Santa crates. If you do that, well, you can also get rid of this shit altogether, because again, you will accumulate all the tier 5 to tier 8 chips all together in single one go, and ultimately once you open several other Santa containers, you will be getting tier 8 to tier 9, and eventually those really powerful chips all together. You will then started to get every single of one of them once you've basically filled out these brackets. So you might be thinking, bro, I can't spend that much money. What can I do about this? Well, it's a bit unfortunate reality, and that's why I have said at the start of the video that you need consistency, discipline. If you don't have discipline, you cannot make this strategy work. But here is how, if you have this consistency and discipline, you can implement it for yourself. And that's where double your doubloon strategy will come super handy. So all you have to do is to watch this video. I have created a very nice video about this little nice trick that you can use to convert your 50,000 doubloons that you have bought from the premium shop into 100,000 doubloons with the 100% doubloon cashback coupon, which can help you to give those doubloons, and those doubloons should be saved. Yes, you can really do like convert your hard-earned like 100,000 doubloons and purchase these Santa Mega containers and Santa Ultra Gift container, right? You can do this right now. But the problem is that Wargaming always remove the older premiums and they always add the newer premiums, and they fill that tier 5 to tier 7 bracket once again. All these new ships, they just add them, right? Because you don't have those older ones, and same problem happens every single year. And that's how they reduce the odds consistently, and that's why you have and you must, if possible, save your doubloons, like 100,000 of them this year. And then you get this strategy to work next year at the start of December. You get another 100% doubloon cashback, and then you save another 100,000 doubloons. If possible, that's gonna lead you to around 200,000, maybe a bit more, depending upon if Wargaming come up with the Grand Voyage events, like I would say event once again. So you can accumulate even more doubloons. And I mean, the game does give you here and there some doubloons as compensation. So you can actually accumulate 250,000 doubloons in the course of 2 years. Save all of those doubloons, and I would say never spend it on Admiral packs, because yes, you get the ship initially, but this is the worst value. The best value is that you save up all of your doubloons, fight with the Wargaming design, and it is pretty not that difficult. By simply purchasing the premium tier 7 and tier 5 next year, like you can start this campaign today if you are really consistent World of Warship player, and if you are looking to get these rare ships, you cannot get it in one go unless you want to spend tons of money. So you basically have to accumulate doubloons. Like for example, if you look at the 230,000 doubloons, the way I have basically accumulated is exactly like those strategies. Okay, I mean, you can implement it for yourself. So you can just go and double your doubloons every single year, save those doubloons, and you should be having that much in the course of 2 years. That's what you can clearly see. I do have them, and you can do it for yourself, and that's where you can whale all in. And then obviously, if you have enough premium ship 5 to tier 7 ships, these containers, and if you open them a lot, you will just remove all those tier 7 garbage ships that you do not want to get in Santa crates. Okay, and whatever ship that you have, I would say don't have after you opened some tier 5 to tier 7 premium containers, those you can just get them from the Santa's Mega or Ultra Gift container, and just get rid of this whole ship bracket altogether. And then ultimately your value of Santa container increases significantly. I can't emphasize this word enough, that once you just get rid of this tier 5 to tier 7, tier 8 ship bracket, then you started to get ships like 90,000 worth of doubloons, 11, 12, 13,000 worth of doubloons. So even if you might get like 2 or 3 rare ships at that time, you can like get some really good tier 8 and tier 9 premiums, some of the newer premiums as well. So that's why you have to save up your doubloons. By this strategy, you have to go and check out this very powerful strategy. I have put the video link in the description below for this to check that out, and you can implement it every day. Save your doubloons and then spend it at one single point, so that you just also remove this problem that Wargaming always create every year, that they just remove older premiums and add new premiums. So you have to basically go all in so that this problem does not come in the next year, because I'm sure if they have added these new ships, they will remove these new ships and then they will add another new set of ships to just remove your odd of getting your overpowered rare premiums that you want to get. And for example, if you want any proof, if you think, well, did you have implemented this strategy for yourself? Answer is yes. I have done exactly that same thing that I'm basically explaining you guys, and I have opened 150 Santa Megas. Only opening that much gives me all the overpowered premiums that I just don't have, by simply using this strategy, because I have all the lower tier premiums, I have all the tier 5 to tier 7 premiums, and then I have to whale it all together and I get all the premiums. If you want to get a proof, go and watch the video. Again, I will put the video link in the description below, so that you see that I'm just getting all the overpowered premiums after getting a couple of tier 5 to tier 7 ships. Like, I don't have that much of the ships remaining in the tier 5 to tier 7 bracket. And ultimately, when I have gotten all of those ships, then I ultimately get tier 8s, tier 9s, overpowered premiums, and eventually getting all the overpowered premiums for cheap, because double your doubloons helping me a lot. And also, if you want to know in detail which container in 2025 is the best, the Santa's gift, the Santa mega gift, the Santa's ultra gift, I have given you a full detail, like which one is the best for getting for yourself the premium ships. So obviously you cannot spend your doubloons on Santa's ultra gift, because these will be only costing real money. So in order to make this strategy work, double your doubloons, you can only buy the Santa's mega gift. And obviously I will give you a simple answer, that you buy Santa mega gift, because both have same chance of getting the premium ships similar manner. Like, the ultra gift does not increase the chance. If it has the increased cost, well, the Santa mega gift container will still work well. You can go and check out the video in detail. I do not want to explain that right now, but that is how you can win all those powerful premiums for sure. And also, don't forget the fact that you can also like get tons of golden gift container from either the Santa's mega or ultra, and well, that can give you very nice Bremen, Hawaii, and Aki. So that is extra bonus, right? If you open a lot of Santa crates, fill out all the tier 8 to tier 5 to tier 8 ship bracket, you will, alongside with filling them up, getting golden gift container, which in return can give you a good chance, a 10% chance of getting Bremen, Hawaii, and Aki, which is very nice on top of all this strategy that I have explained. Now at the end, obviously, if you have the discipline, you can absolutely execute it. If you don't have a good, I would say, odds of getting those rare ships, because you do have tons of tier 5 to tier 8 premiums, do not worry. Utilize this strategy, save up all of your doubloons and spend it on a single year. Maybe accumulate some tier 5 to tier 7 ships using, I would say, community tokens. Get them first and fill out the tier 5 to tier 7 ship bracket entirely for free by farming community tokens, and afterwards you can spend and save, you can spend your saved up doubloons in a single get-go, and that's where Wargaming cannot do anything. You can get all the newer premiums this year and all the overpowered premiums that have released over time in this game. So thank you guys for watching. I know that everyone will be like, bro, it's very difficult, it's not possible. Bro, I just want to showcase you the strategy. This worked for me. I have given you the link. Go and check out my 150 Santa containers opening. This is my proof, was my proof, I would say. And if I can do it, you can do it too. And I have saved up just I have literally saved up doubloons just like that, so you can do it too. And I'm about to open like tons of Santa mega containers and get tons of steel because I have almost all the ships, and the ship that I don't have are the ships that they have released this year, so I will eventually get all these ships as well. So this strategy is super powerful. You do not need to spend anything on the game except only on the Santa crates. Santa crates, Santa crates, Santa crates, it's the highest value that you can get in the game. And also don't forget about the fact that you're getting so many boosters, so much gold, and even some extra steel from the golden gift container, and even some of the red boosters in the game, maybe 180 days of premium time. That is insane, or on top of getting premium ships. And this is the reason why you always save up doubloons for Santa crates, because this can really improve your economy. If you don't have a lot of boosters left, just save up doubloons using this strategy once, and once again I will emphasize this, it's super cheap. It gives you 50% discount on your doubloons. You get double the amount of doubloons, and then get for yourself Santa mega gift container. You got tons of boosters, some coal along the way, along with these ships, and eventually you will get these rarer ships, and you will get all of them. Once you fill out these brackets, then you will eventually gonna get all of them. So this is the strategy that I can give you. I just showed you my way. I have done it myself, and you can also do it for yourself. That will absolutely gonna work 100% because I have done. So thank you guys once again, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will answer all the questions that you might have. And I know there's gonna be a lot of, I would say, players that's gonna be like, this is not gonna work. Man, if this is not gonna work, then you can never going to get these overpowered premiums. Even if you are getting like 100 Santa mega gift containers, well, you're only getting lower tier ships. Okay, so saving up is the best way. I have showcased you the best way. Now that is totally up to you whether you want to implement it or not, whether you do have the discipline or not. So thank you guys, take care, and let me know what do you think. Peace out.